Hey, it's Larry with the Divine Speaks website. Today we're going to talk about you see God in your image. So we're told that we are made in God's image, and this is very true because, again, as we reviewed in other videos, we are one with God. Quantum physics has proven there's only one unified energy field. There is no separation. Even though your eyes see separation, this is not reality. Reality is that there is only unity. We are one with God. We are one with everything that is. Because we're one with God, we share those attributes that God has of love and peace and joy. So today, when we talk about that you see God in your image, we are talking about the fact that most people are walking around with rose-colored glasses on. So they're seeing a false view of the world, a false view of themselves, a false view of experiences and situations, and certainly a false view of God. And this comes from walking around in an ego perspective, not a perspective of spirit. Most people are not connected to knowing their divinity, not feeling that connection with God. Obviously, many people don't even believe in the presence of God, but even if they believe in the presence of God, they still struggle with what type of God that is. And the reason that people are in varying stages of how they see God is because we've all had different experiences. So our egos are a temporary mechanism that we are here to use as we operate in this dream reality, but it's meant to be that our egos are not meant to steer the boat. They're meant to be like an oar on the boat. We give them far too much power, and the reason we do that is because we have a lot of fear and a lot of anger and a lot of other emotions that we have inside, and we fear uncovering all those things. And most of those things come from what happened in childhood. So if somebody, let's say that somebody had parents who were not loving to them, and that probably imprinted a message onto them that they were not lovable, and they're carrying that message through everything they do, through all of their interactions, experiences, how they see things, and certainly how they see God. So they believe that God does not love them. They believe that God is a punishing God. And depending on what kind of situation you grew up, or what happened after that, even into adulthood, you can see varying stages of, or you can have varying stages of how you view God. But God is not subject to opinion or belief. God is changeless. That's who God is. And God is love. We're told that God is love. Jesus came here to tell us that God is love. And we are meant to evolve from that old perspective of a punishing and judgmental God to a God that is a God of love. We're meant to evolve from the belief that God, punishes us, which is a human construct that we each hold to a different extent, to the knowing that God, as love, loves us unconditionally, and that we were created out of love. And so, our task, as we've discussed in other videos, is to release those false beliefs, to recognize how our rose-colored glasses were formed, what experiences came into us and formed our experiences to create our false belief system, and to begin to unwind those, to witness those, release those, heal those. And then when you do that, then you begin to feel the presence of God directly in you and around you, and you know that God is love. You know yourself as love. You know that God can never judge us or see us as sinful. And that's, when you're able to move to that perspective, that's a very holy and perspective that you have extreme gratitude for.